All right, everybody, we got the next run ready up for the Outer Wilds Archipelago Randomizer by Hopop. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the runners take it away.
This is a very special run I have for you today. I'm playing a fairly new randomizer of Outer Wilds developed for Archipelago. I actually developed by Ixrek, who I have here as commentator.
Hello,
I'm doing a
I'm X.
I'm doing a specific settings for playing only through the DLC portions of the game, and I'll be going through and getting all the available checks and locations in the game. Randomizer, that means that various places or things to do in the game have been marked as locations. They'll give me randomized items to let me continue. If you know Outer Wilds, it doesn't have that many physical items. Most knowledge checks have been turned to physical items to be used, along with a few other extra things. I also have to just help speed things up. I have certain settings on, and I have the Brighter Dreams and what I believe it's called Peaceful Ghost mod. Just hopefully won't become relevant, but I have them just to make things easier for me. So time will start once I hit the start button and start the run. I'll count us down for that in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, come on. Gotta click on it. There we go. Now it's loading. I really should have also. Time would have probably been better on the wake up, but we're just gonna go into it. Alright, so here we are, immediately on the
It's not a
DLC.
speedrun category yet, don't worry about it.
It's not. I forgot to turn off vibration. Oh, already time loss. Alright. So this is the DLC of the Outer Wilds. Wonderful game. Oh yeah, I really should have prepped from the very start that this will spoil the game. So if you haven't played Outer Wilds, don't watch.
Yeah, you've probably heard before that Outer Wilds is one of those do not let yourself get spoiled games, and the randomizer very much assumes you have played it before, otherwise this is all complete gibberish.
Oh my gosh, I've already
Like,
failed.
right now right now Hopop is in one of the secret rooms that you're not supposed to know about until over halfway through the DLC, but once you know where it is, it's actually one of the earliest locations you can get to, so...
I'm already failing jumps and such. Believe it? Yes, I can. Lovely. Sometimes I get that, sometimes I don't.
Also, if you've played the vanilla Outer Wilds, it's worth noting that Hopop has only 50% jetpack boost, so that might be why the platforming looks a little harder than you remember it.
Yeah, normally there is an intended path from that room, which you might have seen, that I intentionally skip. That's because I don't have the item to activate it.
Yeah, most of the light sensors in this area require a certain item in the randomizer to be found before you can use them.
Just to
So Hopop has to
show
keep
that off.
using the entrances that don't involve the light sensor, yeah.
So I should be getting that sensor in a minute here from one of the slide reels. The DLC is fairly... Oh, yep, there it is. When we reach override already as well, that'll be useful. But I got... Didn't I get Gorge? Yes, I got Gorge as well, so that's where we're going immediately. Slight change of routing for that. Possibly.
So if you haven't played the DLC in the while, for randomizer purposes, the main thing to know for routing is that the DLC is split into two large areas. Let's call them the real world and the dream world. And each of those are split into about 4 different zones. Right now, Hopop's in the first zone of the real world. And so most of the routing boils down to which of those zones do you get access to in what order. Because he got breach override codes, he could enter the third zone from outside of this giant spaceship. But because he also got Stranger Light Modulator, he now has direct access to all of the real world zones.
We'll say that that
Why?
light modulator was kind of pre-placed using a setting in the game where it will always be in the set of checks that are immediately available. Like if I didn't have that light modulator, where I'm going to right now would technically be out of logic, because you have to take the raft over the rapids, but it's much easier to just fly over to this area where there is this hidden area of this location.
Yeah, forcing modulator early is, I guess that's the randomizer equivalent of marathon safety, ensuring that the route you get can only be so convoluted.
Yes. It's also so I have set routing for at least the start, though that routing's already been thrown off by what we've gotten. In fact, we have Breach, Override, and Hidden Gorge painting.
That was another secret room, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah. We see it from the side, doesn't look like there's a door there. But not time to show off what it's like before and after. Oh, come on. The one thing is to call out about how the DLC is different from the main game of Outer Wilds is that most information is given through slide reels and images, whereas in the main game, information is given through text that you have to translate. I'm going over to get a light so I can view those reels. Actually, what I'll do as well is I will jump down here, go into this slightly hidden cave. You're supposed to look around and see a reel about it as well. We go into the back side of this tower here. We climb up the room with another reel.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, I believe in the vanilla DLC, you're supposed to find this path maybe a third of the way in after you've scoured all of the
you could
obvious slide reels.
This room there, you can find it once you get to this area because there is a slide reel. Well, they should be able to find it, yeah, because it should be that building there, which I did not go to.
Yeah, it's pretty early. It's like it's like the first secret thing you're meant to find as you explore all of the in-your-face stuff.
Yeah, it should be if you go into that room, there is a projector that once you put a lantern or such behind it, it will show you that there is the cave there. That will take you up into the back of the tower. I'm just gonna go back and grab the lantern again.
But yeah, we're of course bypassing all of that intended progression because it's a randomizer. It assumes you already know where everything is, and instead you're blocked by the items.
Yeah. In the
And in that
randomizer,
case,
you have
it
the
makes more
knowledge.
sense to block.
You need the physical items, which is different from the normal game where you have all the physical items and you just need the knowledge. Okay, so let's see what we get from
So
these.
this is one of the places where that results in taking completely different routes. Is usually just grab all of the secret slide reels at the same time as the normal slide reels because you know where they are already.
There is, I've noticed in both here and the first area that there is some slide reels that I did not open, I did not take because those don't give us any locations. So I don't need to view them at all. You see, I'm getting those sorts of lots of oxygen refills because there's only like a dozen or so actually progression items and then as many useful items for more fuel, boost, oxygen total. So most of the items I'll be getting are these filler oxygen refills or marshmallows, which
Is
are healing.
all of your filler oxygen?
It shouldn't be all. This is just pure RNG have rolled it that it's a lot of oxygen. There you go, there's a marshmallow. Okay.
There's a marshmallow.
There's a
now
marshmallow.
It's officially Outer
Okay.
Wilds.
Now, I think actually because I have Breach Override, I'm gonna meditate now. I didn't go see the eye. Oh, I didn't go look at the eye. Well, that's lost there. I forgot to look at the burned down building that I was literally just looking at. I didn't look at the eye symbol there that I will not elaborate on. But
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
forgot about that because last time I played this, I had log sanity off, so that wasn't the
I
location.
believe I forgot that location as well initially in my submission video for this. Alright, we're just gonna say goodbye to the ship, and then we're gonna go out. I guess that button's gonna shut because I don't have a velocity matcher.
I guess.
We
Yep.
wanna go.
Everyone's favorite notification when they first play the randomizer is, yes, I took away the A button.
There's no velocity matcher and there's no autopilot, so you have to fly all on your own. Which ends. Oh, that's a lot of damage from that. And then it's going of one or two ways for most people.
That
Either
is so much more aggressive than the way I do that.
yeah, so not having those flight tools either goes one or two ways for most people. Either you'll make sure you always start of it, or you never need it again. Now we're just watching a vision torch, which
Yeah,
is again more info through images, as the randomizer does, or as the DLC does.
Yeah, one of the nice things about this being an archipelago randomizer is I get all of the very complicated power user options from archipelago for free, such as I just want to start with this item because I don't like it as much as the dev of the randomizer did. So a lot of people start with velocity matcher just in their config,
Yeah,
and that's fine.
I've used a similar setting to take two very much out of the way locations in the game and make it so that they won't have any required progression again, purely for some marathon safety. Yeah, let's go get the lantern. Yeah, so I'll be going to those two locations at some point, hopefully once I have those flight tools, just to make it easier, because those two locations, I can't show them right now, but they are out in actual space away from this location. And it's normally the two locations are how you normally learn about how to get to the DLC area of the game. So I'll point out how they show that. Or maybe not, because again, I am spoiling all the DLC, but I don't want to spoil everything of the DLC. You know, I'm glossing over most of the actual story.
Yeah, we're not going to explain what they're all actually doing here. You're just going to see the slide reels and probably understand very little of them because we're speeding through them at 10x.
Specifically saying nothing about the actual story. That's a good item to get. Right.
Yeah, that'll be huge when we're in the dream world. Half of this.
Right, and I about to go there actually. Right. Let's.
Yeah.
For routing?
One thing I want to call. Yeah, one thing I want to call out before we go there is that those of you who played the DLC vanilla may have noticed that Hopop did not use the flashlight to open the doors from outside the ship. That's because in the randomizer, those doors on the laboratory are controlled by a special item called breach override codes, instead of the usual, what we call stranger light modulator, is the item that lets you activate most light sensors. The reason those doors are activated differently is just because, for randomizer purposes, it made a lot more sense. It allowed for much more varied routes if that entrance to the stranger had a completely different item controlling it. And lore-wise, it kind of makes sense if the doors that control the one giant hull breach in the ship are controlled by a different mechanism than the usual sensors.
Alright, so purely for what we call, I guess, clearing up Sphere 1, which we get to call, well, not Sphere 1 based on order of spheres, but based on the order I've got items in, I'm going to go over here to the reservoir instead of going down to the dream world next. And get the locations here. We're going over to this. See these three chains. Underneath is this big structure that we will inevitably find out what is in here. We'll inevitably find out what this is for, though I'm not gonna verbally say it, just because of spoilers. I'm tired, I'm gonna take a nap. It's enough nap. And we're officially in the dream world now. So this part of the dream world is kind of separate from the rest, but also isn't. And we'll see why that is. Big thing to notice about the dream world is You don't have your spacesuit. You see that we are a blue alien? I guess alien. The funny thing to do here is come on. There we go. Yep. You don't need to actually watch that whole thing. Like the others. So out we go. And I'm gonna put this.
The fastest,
yeah,
the
I'll take
fastest
that
way
just
out
in
of the
case.
dream world is simply to jump in water to put out the fire in the lantern.
Yeah.
Which will sound very strange if you haven't played this, but trust me, it makes sense in context.
Yeah, because lit the fire. But I went to the room that lit that fire. Oh, I should have put it down just so I can pick up the reel here, but that should be fine. I have it just, yeah, because either this will give me either a lowlands or the Cinder Isles painting code, and then I will go over to that. I will go to that painting. I'll go to that Dreamworld area, or I will reset and go to breach codes again just to go to Hidden Gorge again, for the sake of time save.
Yeah, when playing this randomizer normally, part of the fun is often, does it make more sense to walk back to the next place I want to go, or is it faster to just meditate, reset the loop, and go from where you spawn each time?
Okay, look, I guess
You
we,
may have noticed you spawn inside the stranger in this mode. That's part of what the DLC only option does.
oh, look, they built that thing. Hey, Limbo Warp Patch. That will get me to. Let me get to. What is that? Yes, okay, yeah, that gets me to.
Shrouded Woodland Archives?
Woodland Archive, yes. I forget if we have.
Via the shortcut route.
Yes, I forget if we have the logic for. Right, we have the logic for going from Woodlands up. I forgot to do the room checks. I'll go get them before I go to the breach. I forgot 2 checks again.
Aha. I was
Yeah.
wondering if you were going to do the jammer projection in that
Uh-oh.
loop.
Well, that's a fortunate game crash. I can hopefully just quickly reload the game and get that going again. The game is especially with the randomized, slightly prone to some crashes, though we've tried many times to isolate why it crashes, but it's nothing about the specific mods. It's just something with it's some possible base game issue that either modding in general or just the base game that modding amplifies, so we can't fully fix it.
Honestly, I think the main reason people notice this crash so much in the mods is just because my mod is the only one that makes people play the same game 10 plus times back to back.
Yeah.
So you notice it a lot more than when you're doing a normal vanilla playthrough.
Yeah. Alright, so let's just bring this down.
Especially since this is the only one where tactically meditating is a thing instead of trying to use all 22 minutes in the loop every time.
Yeah, I guess we should. Yeah, this is a time loop game. We won't say more than that, and or why it's a time loop. But the thing that mask you see at the every time I meditate, is it related to it? I won't say how or why or what it even's about, but it's related. And that's all you need to know. Ooh,
It's not part of the DLC anyway.
bypass patch. Alarm bypass. That's we're almost Hey, we're almost one item away from the ending.
I think you need to restream.
All right,
Yeah,
let
it
me
was actually
retrieve
just
on
a bunch-
Discord.
a
Sorry
bunch of
about that. Right, there we go. Have that. Apologies. Yeah, let's just go back down this way. Doesn't lose too much time. There you go. Let me just stand on top of it.
Okay, that's what you were doing. Yeah, we didn't see
Yeah.
you using the elevator from the hangar.
Yeah. Yes, I use.
That makes sense. That is the shortest route to the location you forgot. So.
Yeah. Normally you don't know that's there, as well. It's another shortcut that you find later. And I guess this breach over here that I use that I'm going to again now is something you don't know exists until you explore and you find a slide rule that tells you about it. And that slide rule won't be watching because it's not a useful item. Doesn't give us any items. Yeah, so as I missed that I got the I got alarm bypass, just to show that quickly. So we're technically one item away from done.
Or at least from goal mode.
One item away from, yes, go mode, meaning I can reach the goal of the game, which is reaching the end spot of the DLC, which is in that area in the dream world I went to. It is opening that giant thing. I will not say more because there'll be slight spoilers of what at least the community calls it. Which one is it? This one. Here we go. Yep, so now the painting code to go in here, and let's meet some friends. Wanna meet some friends? Hello, friends! Let's sleep. Again, I wake up immediately. Ooh, you know what I think I have to do? No, I don't have projection range, so burnt marshmallow.
Yeah, you got Dream Totem patch before you got projection range patch, so you're gonna do this part the vanilla way.
Yes, I do. I do have to do this vanilla, which is part of why I have the mods and wish I didn't have to do this, but I do. Well, I guess I could. What am I doing? Let me just. Well, I have to open this, but let me just. This one?
Yeah,
yep.
You could do Starlit Cove first, but it's your route.
I can't. No, I don't have. Yeah, I could check what locations were at that locations, but I'll probably need. Actually, no. The only reason I would not go there is if I get.
I think you're committed to this already.
Yeah, I'm committed to this. I'm just gonna literally walk past the people and we'll just laugh at the fact that they're doing nothing because I have the mod on. But I'm saying the only reason I wouldn't be going back to Cove is if I get the totem patch before. There's gonna be a guy here. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah, that's the normally those guys are supposed to do stuff to you, but I have a mod so that they do not. Believe I'm going the correct way.
Yep.
Nope, not that.
Normally this is the stealth and mildly horror part of the DLC, but
I did go the wrong way. Where am I?
Particularly on replays, not everyone likes that aspect, so there's a popular mod to just disable them.
Oh, okay. I am forgetting where I'm supposed to go from here.
It's on the top floor.
Okay, it is up there. Okay. Yeah, I go the vanilla path so little now in Randomizer that is it on this or is it the other side?
On the right.
Is this on?
No, there's nothing on this side. It's the big room on the side you're pointing at now.
Is it this big room?
Yeah, for me this is the usual route. I had to be told that there was a non-vanilla route for this area. So.
Wait, where? Okay, it's this room. Okay. Yeah. I'm so used to
this is also why This is also why I personally like playing with a different mod that allows you to see farther.
I have that mod on, just not on high. Oh, actually, guys, I have it completely off. But,
yeah, you have. You haven't actually turned it on in the meaningful
This profile was supposed to be set up to be ready for me to play for this marathon, but I guess I messed up some stuff. This room, okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, there we go. So now you can clearly see.
Yeah, now you
past
can
the radius of the
see
light
a little bit at a long range, which is much nicer if you.
Yeah.
Makes it much easier to not get completely lost.
Yeah. Okay, and then.
The warp back was also on the top floor, by the way.
That's it. I keep. Okay, yeah, this is just. I'm not used to going.
Yeah, you're.
at all.
You've got to practice the route, man.
I was hoping I would not have to do the vanilla routes and use the randomizer routes. Oh, it's just got. Okay, no. I
mean, we will in Starlit Cove. This is the only.
Yeah, Starlit.
This is also the longest and most non-obvious of the vanilla routes, anyway.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Yes, Starlit Cove and Shrouded Woodlands will go. Right, especially because we have the patches. No, I don't want to go back there. What am I doing? Go up. Go. Here we go.
Yep. Focus on the route, not on the commentary. I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna come over here. There's a guy there. Normally there's a big mural
You
here.
know, I wasn't actually sure if you get that. I wasn't actually sure until just now if you get that ship log after you've deleted the mural.
Yeah, you do. I've done it plenty of times.
Okay. For some reason, I've never actually done that in a run.
Yeah, because almost often what I do is that I'll come from Raft. Oh, the game just crashed. Hey, Raft stock patch. Game crashed again. Yeah. So sometimes
Wow.
getting items will just somebody crash the game. So well,
That
I've
is
Raft stock.
such a rare.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Wow, that is abysmal luck with the crashes.
Yeah.
This game is like
That's not okay.
it is known to have these crashes, but it's normally more stable than this.
Yes.
Jeez.
Okay. The fact I have the Raft stock patch now, I am going to go just check the two locations I missed on the eye and see, because if those were, because if those, if right there is the two items, then I need to go do the ending immediately.
Yeah, it's probably time for a cleanup run to get those missed locations from the crashes and from the early reset last time.
Yeah, so
like
it's
that eye at the burn church.
Yeah, it's just the burn church to go to and go the vanilla way.
Church, and did you get both? And did you get both jammer projections in the reservoir, or both projections?
Well, you can't get the other one. It's too. Yeah, I can't get the key one yet.
Oh right, you don't. That's right. You don't have the scout yet. You do have Starlit Cove access. You could get the code from there. But,
symbol room should be open now, right?
But yeah, that's a whole route.
Symbol room should be in logic. Because I have
it should be in logic because you have
Dock Patch,
because you have Dream Totem Patch and you have access to Starlit Cove. So the symbol room should be in logic now.
Yeah, so I missed going over to here.
But yeah.
Yeah, normally I go over here for
to explain that last
a refill as well. Okay, just oxygen. Okay. I'm just gonna meditate again.
Anything important.
We're going to breach and then we're going down to there.
I should probably explain the Raft Docks patch.
Yeah.
So if you've played the DLC normally, then in Randomizer, Raft Docks patch is probably the most unexpected item, but also the one that creates the most non-linearity in the route, the most random routing. Because normally there's a raft that connects all of the Dream World zones, but in practice you can't use it to get between arbitrary Dream World zones because each of the docks that you stop at are disabled or blocked off in some way. If you just try to sail to them from some other area, you have to reach the area through a different means. Ouch.
I was going too fast. I was going too fast.
Yep. Well, while you do that again, I'll finish what I was saying. So that item in the randomizer causes all three of those docks to exist and be unblocked right away. So, for example, you can get to Shrouded Woodlands from just taking the raft from one of the other Dream World zones instead of using the specific entrance to Shrouded Woodlands that you're supposed to use in vanilla.
Yeah, I'll easily point out what they each do once we get to the locations of the.
Yeah, it's much easier to understand when you actually see.
Yeah, compared to vanilla,
the route being taken.
What's different. Okay, let's not go too fast. There we go. Landed with no damage this time. Lovely. Okay. I guess. Yeah, based on spheres, I should go back to the archive, which should be much faster to do now that I have the actual light on. I have the dark vision, I guess, on, and I have, yeah, because once I got the Raft Docks totem, it's expecting me to go to the other locations, but logically, I'm supposed to be able to do the other locations first. So let's go back to the archive again.
Yeah, you can probably do this in whatever order you want now.
Oh,
the Raft Docks patch.
Oh, what am I doing?
World is open up.
I'm a fool. I forgot that I know the path. I don't need to do it vanilla ever. Right, because all I actually do is It's not this one.
Yeah, you can take most of the shortcuts because the only glitch you're missing is projection range.
Yeah, well,
so
I do it.
the other 2 areas you can take the shortcuts to.
I do it anyway because I have it memorized, but I don't. I have it
Okay.
memorized, but I forgot I knew that for this time. Oh yeah, I should point out that they're mad that we blew out their lights, but again, because of the mod, they don't actually do anything to us. Normally when those, inhabitants, as the community calls them, will catch you and they will blow out your light. Yeah, so normally you just come over here and, yeah, I should have done this the first time, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. And you'll see, there should be an elevator here just down at the bottom, which is what the raft dock does. I'll be back to take that once I go down to the archive. Here, so this puts you...
Yeah, normally that elevator is up here, and if you showed up at the dock below, then you just wouldn't be able to get up because there's no elevator call button down there.
Yeah. Again, yeah, okay, so I fully wasted time with that by not just doing that originally. So that is a hidden path that, and this right here is like as well, is a hidden path that normally you don't know about without the projection range or not be able to see. Though, that path you're never actually told about. You're just expected to just, based on previous knowledge, expected to just go. Here's my first archive with the foreboding foreboding music of forbidden knowledge. And now, okay, I'm gonna check. Hopefully it's here before I have to go do that.
Yeah, I believe the game refers to these as forbidden archives, but since there's 3 of them, we usually just say Endless Canyon Archives, Shrouded Woodland Archives, because saying forbidden over and over gets redundant.
Yeah, they are specifically labeled the forbidden archives.
Likewise, if you write out all of the location names, the secret room comes up like a dozen times, so it gets...
Yeah, there you go.
We usually cut out
Canyon
a lot of the
archives.
secrets and the forbiddens.
Yeah, so what this is a unburned version of the slide reel we saw earlier, which gives you more story of...
Spoilers!
Spoilers! Which, I'm not going to physically say what it shows, but it gives you story. And this is the thing we don't have yet. Oh, I don't have it. Okay. I have to...
Well, yeah.
Do I have the exact path?
There was no way it was going to show up on the vanilla location if you didn't
No
specifically force it there, yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I don't fall here. Come on. Yes.
Yeah, well, once again, Hopop has just memorized where these invisible paths are. Normally, you're expected to use a particular in-universe glitch to allow yourself to see where these paths are, but Hopop just has them memorized.
Might as well just show it, yeah. As the real showed, you put that down and you walk away, and you see the matrix. But because Randomizer, you've made an item so that doesn't actually work until you have the item. So once I try to enter the matrix, it just teleports me back to my artifact.
Yep. Sometimes when you try that, you can see the matrix vision for a split second.
Yeah, I did there. Hello, guy over there. There, you can see your eyes. See their eyes. See more clearly. There's a Easter egg behind that guy. Well, which I'm not going to show off at all because big waste of time. And there's no special locations there. There's also another Easter egg on the top of this location. Again, I'm not going to show you, but there's a nice Easter egg there as well. Alright, so let's call this back up so we can go down and view the other locations. I should have enough. What do you think? I'm gonna... Yeah, should I do a reverse? No, I shouldn't do a full reverse for, the archive.
I mean, at this point, I think you have access to everything, so you should probably just go to them in the most convenient order where you're least likely to forget checks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to actual Shrouded Woodlands and then get back on the raft and then do the checks from there because of the timer. Yeah, so I'm not gonna jump yet because I need to go to the Oh, look, it's a submerged structure again, but it's not submerged this time. Because there is one or two
Yeah, there's one
checks
check
here.
you can get here. Pretty sure it's just... Oh, right. With log sanity off, it's just one. There might be a few more. I forget if there's extra ship logs.
It might be just one more. I don't remember for sure. No, that's at 8 minutes, not at 7 minutes. So we're all here. Well, yeah, we heard the lights go on. Here we go, another vision torch to watch. Okay, just an oxygen refill. Okay, back down we go. I'm sure if it would be faster to...
Funny thing is, I didn't even realize you can just walk out of those vision torches until I'd done 2 or 3 complete playthroughs of my own DLC randomizer.
Yeah, I've accidentally done it in vanilla, where I've accidentally walked out of them. But for... What is it? It's the... yeah, the one in the lab you have to watch all the way through, but the one in the lake, which is the first dream world area went to and where it will end, and the one up there you can just... I'm not sure why the triggers are different for each of them. Alright, so I'm actually gonna... Or actually, should I get off here? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, I will...
And you do have locations to get here, so...
Yes, I will get off here and get the few locations. And then I am going to, Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna do the locations here.
So, again, for people who played this vanilla, this door is supposed to be closed.
Yeah.
That's one of the effects of the raft docks patch, is that you're allowed to come this way from the raft. And that means it is possible to get to Shrouded Woodlands without having access to the real-world entrance to it you normally use.
Normally you have to come here, and you blow out there, and that blows it out. So normally you have to do that before, but yeah, the patch makes it so that's already out. So I am going... Come on. The path. I should be holding my layout to show the path, but that does slow me down slightly, so I'm trying to use a memorized path.
Which is one of the reasons I like the Brighter Dreams mod to add more light to this, because having to choose between flashlight and walking fast is... Like, it's fine the first time when this is all new and you're supposed to be spooked a little, but on replay, yeah, it's just slow.
For vanilla, yes, have it like that. When you're playing Randomizer, no, don't slow me down. I know what to do and how to do it. Just let me get to it. We get to hear the nice music.
Plus, it's just better for stream if the audience can see more than 3 inches in front of you.
Ooh, eject button. That I will not be showing off. No, I need to go over to this location that always confuses me because it's a second bridge here. And, alright, so there's those locations. And then we need to go all the way back, go into the raft again. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait the 3 minutes for the thing that I don't think we've actually seen or heard yet. Yeah, we haven't been 13 minutes into a loop yet. So we're going back. Came. I guess would it technically be faster to... No, I don't think it would have been faster to just go back out. Go back out to real world, come back in. Yeah, because we have to wait for the elevator to come back up
definitely
and back
not.
down.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't think you have the other painting codes anyway.
I do not know.
With Raft Docks patch and only one painting code, it's definitely faster to just take the raft loop.
I'm going to archive here with Limbo. That's what I'm going to next. because
This archive, this Shrouded Woodlands archive, you definitely want to get later with Limbo Warp. One of the nice thing about that shortcut is you can do it from wherever.
yeah. So whoop. Yeah. So we phase through.
Yeah, so
Is that over here? Am I going to the right one? No, it's this one over here.
so that's another of those things that if you did it in vanilla, you know it was a knowledge block where you have to learn that falling off the raft at the right time teleports you somewhere else. In the randomizer, there's a specific item that allows you to do that, and if you don't have the item, then falling off at that time just kills you.
Yeah.
And that item was the Limbo Warp Patch, we call it.
The funny thing is that the 3 pieces of knowledge you learn at each of these archives helps you get to the archive easier. So like this one, you learn about jumping off the raft, and that's how you get to this one easier as opposed to the vanilla way. And seeing through the matrix shows you the hidden paths, so it lets you get to the one in the gorge easier, and then the third one, I'll be showing that one off what to do in a few seconds there. So yeah, so it shows, yeah, it's loading zones between each of the zone. So if you jump off while you're in a loading zone, you just fall down here. Velocity matcher, lovely. Okay, and now I just want to jump into the water because I'm going to feeling hot. Good morning. So that's the alarm bypass, which I will explain why it is an alarm bypass soon. Yeah, so this is the... Alright, I'm still in the Hidden Gorge. Not Hidden Gorge. Endless Canyon.
Yeah, you use,
Oh, there we go. Now
use
that's
the Hidden Gorge fire to reach Endless Canyon, yeah.
Yeah, so, you heard the screams. A thing just happened in the real world that, I'll show it once. Cause I will have to go back to the main world for some more locations because we are missing some items to get locations in there. Missing the, Scout and Ghost Matter wavelength, which are base game items that have use in the DLC. I'll explain them when we get them. Yeah, so...
Do you mind if I come in for just a quick donation?
Yes, you have some time while I'm going to my next location.
Perfect. All right, so we got $13 from the real Gerbo. I think he might be fake.
Sounds fake.
Let's get some competition on this bid war. As Gerbo donates $13 towards the Pokemon Let's Go bid war between Pikachu and Eevee. So if you want one or the other to win, make sure you get those donations in. And again, if you guys don't already know, you can just scroll right down. There's a big button that says donate. Or if you can't, or just don't want to scroll down, you can also just type in !donate into the chat. You can also check out plenty of the incentives with !incentive. On that, I will give it back to the runners.
You have a full minute or two more of travel, so you can discuss more. I have to go. I'm in Area 3, and I need to go all the way around to Area 2. So it does take a bit on the raft.
Good. I guess I can let everyone know that might be just now joining in, let you all know that this is No Glitch Allowed. We are raising money for Go Rescue, a non-profit no-kill dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. So if y'all want to help out the puppers, even $1 goes a long way. So if you have the money spare, I understand money's tight for everyone right now, but if you have it, huge help.
All right, we're here now. So this almost fell. Yeah, so this building right here is normally not here with the dock patch. Normally you have to go over to that spot over there and light this up for it to show up. there is a lot to do in this location, so I'm going to. That's kind of exactly what I was hoping for. That one or the other one. I need to hope for some other items to find here. Yeah, so I'm going to use the fact that I died in the real world to go to the archive in this location now. Without turning off the lights. But then we can turn off the lights here as well. We saw earlier we did see how you do that when I went to the secret location in the real world. Yeah, so hey, that's lovely to see. Got that painting code, yeah. So that thing is blinking at us. Normally we hear bells, but we're dead, so we don't hear those bells. So that doesn't wake us up.
Yep. Spoilers for one of the big puzzles in the main game, but
yeah,
that's another of the things. That's another of the things you can do from the beginning, but don't realize you can do until later. So Randomizer turns into an item that prevents you from doing it until you find the item.
Yeah, well, not the dock patch, but the alarm bypass and limbo warp are the biggest puzzles of at least for the game to get to the ending of the DLC to get to the ending of it.
Well, 2 of the 3, I would say projection range is
equally. Projection range is the third, which we just got. Yep, so that
there it is.
Okay, so I can
So now you can do.
I can go to the ending.
Now you can do all the glitches. Now you have go mode.
I have go mode in a normal game. I mean, I go to the ending, and I get a message that says you have gold, and then I'm done playing. But I'm going to get in this one. I'm getting all the locations just to show off everything the Randomizer DLC has. Let's get all the slide reels first. We've got 3 slide reels here because there's technically 2 different pieces of information to go over about how this world works, and then there's one, of course, uncensored information about these people's story. More oxygen. Yeah, there's still 2 more progression items I am looking for to finish the game and get all the locations. Actually 3. 3 I'm looking for, right? Because I need to actually fly the ship. I need the scout, and then I need the ghost matter. Again, you might possibly can hear my controller where I'm just mashing the button to get through. And let's watch this last one.
Yeah, I believe a lot of these locations are triggered by ship log entries, and the ship logs in this case are often triggered by simply viewing every single slide in the reel. So it actually doesn't matter which direction you mash the buttons in.
Launch code.
But you have to pick it. You have to pick a direction and mash through the entire reel. So either way, it's basically the same time.
Based on time in the loop now, I'm going to reset, and then I am going to do a real world. Actually, how much boost do I have? I might not be able to do it now. I might be able to fly over and not have to do the actual raft loop. I have enough boost.
Yeah, well, while Hopop thinks that through, the important thing that just happened is Hopop found the launch codes item that allows him to pilot the ship, which in the DLC only mode only gives you a couple of locations, since obviously you don't do very much outside of the stranger in DLC only, but there are a couple things.
Okay, I do have 100% boost, so that might be enough, but I will go the actual raft to be safe. Oh, and I do have my velocity matcher if I want to slow down.
It looks like we did get another donation after good time.
Yep, go ahead. I've got some time while I'm just wandering around to get to my next
Fair
location.
enough. All right. So we did get $5 from this guy named Slow the Demon. I don't know who he is. Saying personally, I think Eevee is cuter, which actually does put Eevee ahead of Pikachu in Pokemon Let's Go. So if y'all like Pikachu over Eevee, then better get those donations out. But again, it's all going to a great cause. So it's always have fun. It's always good to have some friendly competition on things. So that if you have a few bucks that you can spare, maybe take away your coffee for a day or something. Like I said, money goes a long.
Is that Pokemon the next run?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, because I'm gonna donate at the end of my run, so I'm like wondering if depending on when I do the donation, if I can help influence which game will be played.
I believe I had to double check the schedule, but I believe it is the Target.
Yeah, if depending on when, yeah, they probably need to set up and probably will close the bid within like 10 minutes of me finishing, so that they can set up with the correct game. Or here's this
someone
dam here.
Someone actually correct me. Chad, thank you so much. But apparently it's 2 after, so there is
Lovely.
1 run in between, so you do have time to influence.
I will definitely be donating for one of those. And I would love to hear from chat which one I should donate for. Or I could have saved some time, but it's fine. Could have saved some time by jumping and not riding the raft.
Clearly that Sloa guy had some good ideas of the fact that, I do think Eevee is cuter. I'm just saying.
Except, which one do you think? Are you a big Pokemon fan?
Sorry, it's Eevee versus who?
Pikachu, or the Let's Go games.
Oh. I'm gonna have to go with Eevee. Not that my opinion counts, I don't even play Pokemon.
I mean, personally, I don't really like either of them, so yeah, that's why I need chat to tell me.
Well, okay, I like Eevee's design, and I like a lot of the evolutions.
I mean, to be fair, my favorite is Torchic, but that's just me.
Torchic is pretty good. Okay, I am back here in the dream world. I could have gone straight to the Cinder Isles. I'm not sure if it would have been. It probably would have been faster in the long run to go straight to Cinder Isles, and then. Well, yeah, it would have been faster to go straight to Cinder Isles and not have to take the raft.
Yeah, it depends. It depends how much you have left to do in the real world, which I think, since we're going for 100%, you have the whole abandoned temple area to do after you get Ghost Matter wavelength.
Yeah, I have. Because right now I'm going for the rest of Starlit Cove and the Sybil Room, which includes the reservoir location, which I will probably do on a loop reset.
Oh yeah, if you're going for the Symbol Room, then it absolutely would have been faster to use the Cinder Isles entrance.
Well, it's been done. Be slower now to.
But this works too.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is, hey, this tower is like the tower in the real world. It also has a back entrance. Let's go inside of it. Again, you can only get back here when you can have that dock area opened, which from the dock patch, or opening it normally. So let's see. That's an item that's not useful at all in the DLC. That surface integrity. Actually, no, it is. Technically it has a use in the DLC. But if you know the timings,
it depends on your definition of useful.
Yeah, it is labeled by Archipelago rules as a useful item, but
I mean, I originally had it as filler, and then you guys talked me into labeling it as useful.
It's useful for certain checks that are not in the DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could use it in combination with your scout on the dam, because after a certain point, the dam does break, and it's a rush of water, and so you can see how close the dam is to breaking, or you just know the dam breaks at 13 minutes into the loop, which you can see I have a time elapsed. Oh, I gotta close this since I'm awake, or I should say alive.
Yeah, a lot of randomizer players have the clock mod, and part of the fun of the randomizer is keeping track of when all the different events happen at different times, so you can plan your route on the fly as you find new items.
Yeah, that's why I've been. Oh, there's Ghost Matter, lovely.
Excellent.
Okay.
That. So the only thing you're missing is Scout, and
Just Scout.
what does Scout block exactly?
Scout is what does can gorge hidden room. I think that's the only thing it blocks.
Yeah.
If you have yeah, that might probably the only thing it blocks. If you have
we should probably check the tracker in the ship once just to show it off.
Yeah,
that'll
I'll
also tell you if you're forgetting something.
Yeah, I'll show it off once I go to ship to get to those two in-space locations.
Exactly.
Oh, here you go. I actually haven't looked at that.
I figured that would be the perfect time to do it.
I haven't looked at the
look at
the big
look how much base game there is out there to play that we're not going to do.
Oh yeah, you gotta show that happening again. Yeah, I didn't take the raft, which
intentionally going for the challenging parkour route here.
Yes, I am. I'm not taking the raft, which is probably faster.
Oh. Only broke one leg. That probably is optimal.
Yeah. Alright, we're going back down here. You probably don't need the artifact with me right now, especially with everything I'm doing right now.
Nah, if the goal is to go into the... That's right. Are you going in? You don't need to go into Starlight again, do you? So you probably don't need it.
No, I'm doing this location because I have Ghost Matter. I'm going to go do
Abandoned Temple.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do Abandoned Temple because I have similar room in this, and then I am going to probably reset. Yeah, I'm going to Oh, here, this is open now because we turned off lights. Just comment that. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I'm going to get the symbol room location.
Yeah, we definitely want to get this out of the way before that door closes again, because that's a lot of work to reopen it.
It's autopilot. Yeah, so I'm going to Abandoned Temple, and then I'm going to go Reservoir and do the check there. And then I will reset, do the two locations out in space, get the two locations with Ghost Matter with the artifact building, artifact workshop, because I have Ghost Matter, and then I will finish. Yeah. I will be able, depending on the location of Scout, I will be able to goal I will actually be done with the run at the normal goal location. It will depend on when I get Scout. So I just want to refill my fuel here. Then we want to go over to the raft over here. Yeah, hopefully Scout will be at Abandoned Temple, because at the gorge is the only place I have right now that can use Scout. I do hope that Scout is not at the end of DLC.
It would be very funny if it was.
It would be
exactly
very
the kind
funny,
of thing
but it would
randomizers
be
like to do.
A shame time-wise. I think we're about an hour into the run. I'm specifically not paying attention to any timer or anything.
Yeah, focus on routing. It's a randomizer.
Yeah. I have 150% boost in that, but I'm not going to do some parkour. All I'm going to do is just make it easier for me to get over here.
Oh yeah, we haven't really talked about this in a while, but in the randomizer, you start out at 50% oxygen, 50% fuel, and 50% boost.
Oh, yeah.
But there are multiple upgrades for each of those stats, so by the end of the randomizer, you would typically have 200% of each. That's why Hopop has 150% boost right now, which allows him to do a lot of jumps that you can't do in vanilla.
There you go. Now to do what most people don't know that you can do is you can take pictures without having a Scout. I probably did not turn on the mod setting to actually randomize that. So that's actually vanilla, but there is an in-mod setting to randomize the location of the ghost matter there. Hey, there, Scout! Let's go. As I hoped.
Yeah, you actually get to do your intended route.
Intended route.
Now,
I'm
do you
just
have
going
this memorized?
this? No. These two. These codes I do not have memorized. I have them open on my my second monitor. Purely for this.
Yeah, that's for the best.
So they expecting again.
Yeah, you may have noticed earlier. You may have noticed in one of the secret rooms earlier, we saw those codes, which is why the logic expects you to go to that other room before coming here, but it's just easier to write them down than take a screenshot mid-run.
It's that room in the tower I went to that we refer to as symbol room because it has 5 different symbol codes.
Yep. And here's a bunch of projections that tell you where the secret rooms are. Classic.
Yeah, the fact that starts up, so you can, if you just shine your light on it accidentally, it will go up without you. We have...
It is so easy to accidentally open doors and activate elevators in the Stranger.
Yeah, just because it's based on light. So you just turn on your light, and because you're walking, because it's dark in most areas, so you walk around with your light on, and so it'll just activate them. Yeah, the DLC is very much based on light and images, if you cannot be able to tell. And it's a lot more about secrets hidden in plain sight. And also, I get to go... Yeah, so I get to fully do my intended routing now because the Abandoned Temple, I get to...
Yep.
Right, so just take this out.
That reel was one of the ones that tells us about the secret rooms in vanilla, but of course we've been to all those secret rooms already, because it's randomizer.
Yeah, so that room tells us...
Except this...
Except
this one. I don't think you've done this secret room yet?
No,
yeah, that's why you're
I've gone into it. I believe I went... Yeah, Oh, I guess I didn't go... Oh, that was bad of me as well, to not go into it at all. There could have been a location there. I'm glad that didn't mess me up because I forgot to go there. Because normally you can go in here, but you can't go out of here without having the scout. Hey, look, it's me.
Yeah, this is one of the few places in the DLC
where
the scout is required to escape.
I put the light down in front of the door. I have to meditate. Oh no. That's so bad of me. I put the light down right outside the door.
I didn't even... I was thinking you're taking the light much farther out than you need to, but okay, I guess.
Yeah,
it did not occur to me at all that you just sabotaged the door.
I fully just sabotaged myself with that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do... Okay, I'm gonna...
You want it to be 100% run, now we're getting the authentic experience.
Okay. I'm going to space. I'm doing the full loop. And then possibly I will have enough time. Oh,
Let's check the tracker to make sure that you know exactly what's left to do.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So there is a nice in-game tracker we have. And it does say I have... by the fact that location is green, it means that I have everything I need to goal. You see... The logic there I'm not going to go over, and there's 2 locations out in space. Yeah, so the workshop, the Jerma location, that hidden gorge slide reel, the Lowlands workshop. Yeah, so what did I meant to? And then Dreamworld just sealed vault. So yes, I know exactly where I'm going.
Cool, so everything you're already aware of.
For the rest of the game.
Yeah. I wanted to show that at least once so people don't think that the only way to play the randomizer is to just memorize all the locations.
Alright.
You are definitely not expected to have it all memorized the first time.
Not at all. And most of the time, I am constantly referring back to that. But the DLC, the DLC, because it's much smaller and contained, it's a lot easier to memorize. And it's all in one central location. It's a lot easier to get funkier logic with the DLC as well, especially with the Dream Patch. They've definitely helped refine some of the logic for that as well. So I definitely know the DLC logic pretty well, but it will happen that you will forget those locations. Like I knew that the secret room in the gorge, you can go in without Scout, but you can't get the slide rule without Scout because you need the Scout to give you light to turn on and off the door. Which is why me putting the light right out front the door sabotaged me, because I literally had no way out because the light would never stop on the position it needs to close the door. So this is the
Anyway, this is one of the few things in DLC only that is outside of the Stranger, which is
this is the
this little tape recorder at the map satellite.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be part of the puzzle that you use to find the Stranger in the first place.
I believe Deep Space Satellite is its official name. Now where is Timber Hearth?
Yeah, different places call it the map satellite, and others call it the deep space satellite. It depends what source you're using. They're both valid names.
Yeah, official game is Deep Space because it's tied to the Deep Space radio. So yeah, and we go by at least official names in the tracker, sort of just hopefully I don't think it's a pause time, but just to show, yeah, the radio tower and the Gabbro satellite recorder. Oh, I guess if I go to... No, it's not going to show the actual recorder. I think I was still moving during that, I'm not sure though. Because there are various settings in the game you can turn on and off to pause time during certain segments. That while you're looking at the tracker is one of those times. Okay.
Yeah, when I was playing this originally, I really liked having time frozen when I'm looking at the ship log or talking to characters, but in Randomizer, I really like having time being unfrozen when I'm looking at the ship log, so I can use all these autopilot travels as an opportunity to check the tracker.
Yes. Though you don't autopilot travel that much in Randomizer, because you don't have autopilot to start.
Well, once you have autopilot, you use it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Or at least I use it a lot. Everyone's different.
Yeah, normally I have it where time stops. Alright, so we go in here. This radio tower was the one thing added on this base game planet for the DLC. If you do not have the DLC, this door will be closed. So you can't go in there and see the puzzle, which I specifically did not show. Now, you get to show the sneaky way to get to the DLC, which is a nice feature of this game, is that if a location you go to, you can select it in your log, and then it'll show where it is in the world. So, oh, no, hi Moon, bye Moon. That's a base game thing I'm not going to talk about at all, but it's a key component, it's a key mystery in the main game. That moon.
Yeah, that moon loves to photobomb you.
Oh, that moon is great. I love that moon.
I don't think I've ever accidentally crashed into it, but it's gotten perilously close a few times.
I mean, can you crash into it? I will not say more on that.
That depends.
Very much. Oh no, am I on the other side? I think I'm on the other side, which is... No, I'm not.
No, you're on the sun. You should be on the sun side.
Yes, I am on the sun side.
Looked like the solar sail side you just passed through.
Yeah, the fact that it's actually lit up and such means that it is the sun side, and if I throw my scout, yep, okay. Yeah. Throwing my scout there confirmed that we are on sun side. Yeah, because I will say, normally when you enter the game, you come over on that side based on just how the puzzle works. Ow! Call my scout back, go to photo mode. Yeah, so another small puzzle that the ghost matter here. Ghost matter is made game mechanic in a few locations. Actually no, I don't need this. What do I need to do? Well, actually, I'm going to turn back around and go back out so I can go to the breach to make it easier for me to get to the gorge. Should be faster, because the gorge is slightly annoying to get to. And also just
Yeah, if
refill
you're
and
good
fuel.
with jetpacking outside the stranger, it's definitely faster to get in through the breach override codes, but oh yeah, it's actually much safer with the ship. You could just fly the ship there
I
instead
could
of
fly a
risking.
ship, yeah, and show the vanilla way to get to the breach. Sure, just yeah.
Yeah, depends how confident you are not to kill yourself again with it.
I have the ship. It's much easier with the ship, as you said. Yeah, so you just
It
back
is
out a
much
bit.
safer with the ship, yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, so you just they did put physics on these so you can literally land your ship here, and it's not like your ship is on the side or whatever. It does have gravity holding you down, as you saw before. When I landed here. Open that.
Yeah, the combination of the darkness and the gravity fields changing as you move to different large parts of the station can make it very easy to run into it at higher velocity than you expect to. Which is one reason I strongly prefer using the ship for that bit. It's just so dark, I will
Yeah.
probably kill myself if I try to do it shipless.
As you saw, I did accidentally kill myself the one time. Yeah, so let's try this again and not soft lock myself and having to reset the loop. Go down here. Let's just put the light far enough away. Put the light down here. Hear a noise as it flips. There we go. Now, we throw the scout out, and we can watch it, and then the scout provides light, which opens the door. Then it can go up this way. Again, secret door, as usual, from these secret rooms have secret doors, have secret paths leading to the, I guess, just slide reel rooms, which is what they call them. Now you need to go get a light.
Projector rooms.
Yeah, I guess projector room. Is what they call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there are a lot of shortcuts between the secret areas that are make it much easier to get around once you know where they all are.
Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, see now I have 200% oxygen, 200% boost, which makes, especially boost, makes it much easier to get around. And this is normally how you know that there is a invisible path. Hey, look, more fuel. All right, so now we are going over to the reservoir, and then I will reset for final loop and finale. Just I will double check the tracker just to make sure. Once I reset the loop again. Technically, I don't need to reset the loop. I don't need to meditate reset the loop for the finale. Because some shenanigans happen when you do it, but just to have it being like, this is the loop where we finish the game, as many people like to do when they first play the game, is you want to do the ending. You start the loop, you do the ending, but that being the only thing you do on that loop, just to, for the...
It's also just nice to double check the tracker in that kind of situation.
Yep. And I will be checking the tracker at the end to make sure. So you see there's another code here. Normally in the vanilla, you can learn the code by throwing... Nope, come on. Throw your scout there and you can... There's the code. Yeah, the code is also in that symbol room in the tower. I do have it open on my... I do have this code open on my monitor. I'll try it again just to make it easier for myself. Like, for some reason, those two things...
So this is yet another... Yeah, so this is yet another place where there are two ways to get in. Either you have the scout, or you have access to the symbol room in the tower. And the randomizer will probably require one or the other entrance.
Yes. On a standard run, I guess on a run that is not only the DLC, you'll probably have the scout first before you have. You'll probably have the scout before you have access to the symbol room, just because scout is used for much more in the base game. And normally in the base game, you need the scout to fully finish the actual ending of the game. Yep, just sealed vault. Alright, here we go. Final loop. And now I'm gonna use all 3 knowledges I've learned / items I've gained from the Forbidden Archives to go into the dream world and see what is. Oh, I do have the. Oh, god, I do have the randomization on for the Ghost Matter. We just got 2. There you go. We're 2 for 3 on the vanilla Ghost Matter though, because normally the Ghost Matter is in front of this door, and there's not Ghost Matter down there because there's something in. I think you're saying lower is that Ghost Matter doesn't work in water. I don't say much more than that, but yeah. Should I go to Cinder Isles just in case? It won't take me more than 12 minutes. And I'll do it just in case. A little bit longer. That's fine.
Yeah, a lot of people who've played this game a million times just have the Ghost Matter locations memorized and can easily do them without even getting the Ghost Matter wavelengths to use their camera. So one of the features of the Randomizer mod is to randomize the exact placement of the Ghost Matter wherever it's relevant to randomizer logic. So
yeah,
that forces you to actually use the camera because you don't know where it is.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad I'm going in this one just to point something out. Yeah, so there's paintings. I don't think I went. Yeah, I did go in the first one. Hey, someone's missing. That is strange. Why is there one missing? I don't know. Let's maybe we'll find out. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go finale. So we
It is.
Go die.
It is so easy to play the entire vanilla DLC and never notice that one guy is missing there.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like most people that I've watched will just look at them and be like, oh, one's missing, and then go fantasize wildly about it, which one is one of the best parts about this DLC. Truly.
Oh yeah, I think it depends on what order you find these chambers in, because if you start off in one of the ones where they're all present, then maybe you just gloss over it by the time you get to this one.
That's true, yeah, because it is much more. I think it's absolutely the most common for multiple reasons to go to the River Lowlands painting first, because I forgot to jump off. Oops. Oops. Wait, time lost there. Yeah, because once the I get no, I'm not gonna explain main game how you open those paintings, because it's not just a painting where you walk up to it and then you push a button and then it opens. It's something. You have to do something else. I will not go over, but and then something else that happens in the game that I've slightly talked about will make it so the first one is fairly easy to find at certain events. Alright, so now we're back here. So let's put out some locks. I'll say that the 3 slide reels that I did not look at all just showed them putting a light on those totems and putting those locks here. Now just to show it off.
Yeah, so you saw he used the Dream Totem patch to extinguish the first lock, and then the Stranger Light modulator to hold over in the Dream World, so you don't need that to use the raft. But here we're using Alarm Bypass patch again, because he stood on the flame to kill himself on the way into the Dream World. The alarms don't work on him anymore. That's also another reason why this segment is commonly done in its own loop, because you're dead in the real world. That makes it harder to combine this with all other stuff.
Yeah, because once you are dead, you also.
And here is Projection Range patch, letting you use Matrix Vision. when you're far enough away from the lantern.
And also just point out, I used the limbo warp patch to jump off during the loading zone. Let's pick up our artifact. Open! I'll just to kind of show it off. This... Oh, I forgot to... Oh my gosh. I forgot to actually go over and light it up, put it out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
You
what actually
assembled the
happens.
invisible bridge and didn't walk over it.
I know you know the lore implications of what happens when you open it before, but I'm not sure what happens. Yeah, did he?
I'm pretty sure it just works if you do this.
I know it does, but it's like the lore implications is funny for it if you know the. I mean, we're about to find out, but yeah. So what I was going to show off. There you go. Now it's open. Let's just put the artifact there. It's floating. It's funny. They there's some funny game dev shenanigans where when actually it's nothing here, but when you go inside, it's something else entirely.
I actually did not know about that one.
Yeah, I randomly did that one day when I was just doing a solo randomizer. I'm like, that's funny. Just show off some game dev secrets. Now we're in here. Oh look, there's that the planet that I never actually looked up and saw. Oh, there's a light down there. Fascinating. Are you? There you go. Oh look, it's opened. Put the artifact in. We're going down. And normally I will say this is a of course it being the end of the DLC is a very big and emotional moment, but because I know I just laugh and I just jump around all the time. It's like, oh hey, there's another guy. He's missing an antler. It's broken right there. Why is it broken, dude? Huh? Hello, prisoner. Who are you? Thank you for the landing camera. Oh look, thank you for turning on that light. I don't know why I can't do it. What's special about yours that I can't do that, huh? Sir? Sir, ma'am, I don't know gender. You are... How do you do that? Give me your vision. Nope. Oh, it's not in place. There you go. So, this is officially ending. You have... Most of you have got, like...
This is the one...
2 to 3 minutes.
Here's the one vision we can't skip because we are actually trying to reach the end of the game, and the game doesn't... The end of the DLC, and the DLC won't count it as an ending if you don't watch this whole thing.
Yeah.
So this is effectively an unskippable cutscene.
Yeah, so we've got 3 of these back to back, so I'll call out when they each end. Yeah, so I'm not going to say anything between, so... Host, do you have anything as we finish off this run in the last 2 or 3 minutes?
Not quite, but again, I just want to let everyone know that this is no glitches allowed. No holidays allowed. Apologize. Which is a all goes marathon. Typically, we are running a glitchless and no major glitches marathon. But we are raising money for Go Rescue, a non-profit no-kill dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. So if y'all would like to help the puppers, y'all want to save the puppers, best way to do it would be just donate. Like I said, even just $1 goes a long way.
Yeah, I'll be doing my own donation. Yeah, so normally through the game, this is very emotional cutscene of you saw their story, then you give your story. Well, not entirely. I will note that this cutscene right now is actually different based on what information you have from the main game. So the fact we do not have the information, this is a shorter cutscene. And it has much more stuff that I will not talk about as well because, again, main game spoilers. So, it is very nice that the devs did it, that your information here, this cutscene is different based on the information you know in the main game, because you wouldn't know that information to give out in this cutscene, because this is basically your character giving out information with this vision torch to this prisoner. So you're giving them the information you know, and if you don't know information from the main game, how do you tell them? You don't. So it just gives us a shorter cutscene. And I'm not even just... Okay. I can already kind of feel my tears going just because of the cutscene. This game is so good. And the prisoner calls out in whatever emotion you interpret that to be after seeing your story.
I usually assume that that is their reaction to learning that their entire species died eons ago, and that's why we found only skeletons on this ship.
But there's so many different interpretations of what exactly that screech means and what emotions are behind it. It could be...
Yeah.
Because it could be joy in that what they did meant something. It could be melancholy in that they didn't... Melancholy for the fact that their race just died out without doing anything meaningful. There's truly so many different emotions bundled up in that single screech after that story you tell them.
Yeah.
We will follow our...
And that's not even getting into how the main game ending is altered slightly depending on whether you've done this, and there's more emotions involved in that variation.
Yeah. There's a whole segment in the main game finale that's affected by you having done the DLC and meeting the prisoner. We can... I say now, I think we can consider them. Actually, I'm going to hope the thing I want to happen is going to happen, and I will say it then, but we have one last vision torch to watch, which I don't think is a location, but we have to watch it to mark the end of the DLC. We're going to see, this here will call out. He takes his telescope, we take us, and we go on a raft out into the sunset? The sunset. Yep, it is the final farewell. And time. Echoes of the Eye. Oh, I didn't get the Deathlink message. I was hoping to get the Deathlink message of made a friend, which is one of the various messages that can be sent out in Deathlink, which is just a feature of Archipelago where when you die, other people with Deathlink on can also die. Alright, so I will just...
Yeah, the popularity of that feature varies wildly from game to game, but one of the nice things about Archipelago is you have a lot of customization options, and some people like their deaths causing other people to die, and that's just a thing you can do.
For most games, I do not like it. For Outer Wilds, I love it. Yeah, just to confirm, I have done all the locations. This will still be green, but we have sent, as you see, we have notified the AP server that we have completed the goal, so we are done. So, that's Outer Wilds randomized for Archipelago DLC 100%. Oh, and you also just can see here the 106 at 106 filled in. And also, this is just the Archipelago console. So I guess just some shoutouts. Let's say the Archipelago randomizer community as a whole. There's so many different games you can play in Archipelago, and they're all randomized. There's for so many different people. I've loved working with XREC to make the Outer Wilds randomizer for this. I'll admit I was a huge doubter at the start. I'm like, how do you randomize it? But now I'm one of the biggest supporters of it. Of course, shout out to Outer Wilds and its developers, Mobius Digital. Outer Wilds is such a lovely game. I know I've spoiled almost entirely the DLC, but I've not spoiled barely any of the main game, so if you have not played the game, please play it. Do not look anything up and play it. It's a wonderful experience. Iktrek, anything you have to say?
Yeah, in addition to all of that, I'd also like to shout out the Outer Wilds modding Discord, partially because they helped me make this, and partially because if you like the base game and you like the DLC, there's also story mods that create much of the same feel as the base game and DLC that are made by the community, and the randomizer even has support for some of those story mods if you want to enable them.
The community is so good, yeah. I haven't played. I haven't played a lot of the story mods. I keep meaning to, but I haven't. But I know people have made some wonderful content in the community. So I think that'll be officially up for me. So thank you again for having me. Please play Outer Worlds. Play Archipelago if you enjoy randomizers. And thank you again for having me.